I see sacrifice in every poppy, the blood of Britain's brave boys flowering in foreign fields. I've read the works of my peers, poets turn soldiers, soldiers turn poets in the face of fear, and still they stood strong. And that's why we remember 100 years on. 1914. Send the posters through their doors. This is the war to end all wars. Sign up here, take your place. We must march now, no time to waste. Lord Kitchener's devised a plan to rally almost every man. So volunteer and join the fight. Your country needs you to do what's right. Now I'm on the march, somewhere deep in France. When I left the house, everyone looked proud, but deep down I could tell I was breaking hearts. I'll be home soon, with my whole platoon. Before that Christmas tree lights up the living room, but then the sky lights up and it looks like doom, and it smells like flesh and it sounds like... (1917). Death has made an artist out of almost everyone. We grasp pens as often as we do guns. Privates pouring out our passion in Passchendaele, praying we don't succumb to the same somber fate as our brothers and sisters at the Somme. I've seen paper rot inside of cold, clenched fists. Thoughts and dreams ceasing to exist. Bodies and minds destroyed forever. Troubling that both should be taken together. Tell me, for how many of these men will these manuscripts become memories? Will I reflect on my musings on a sunny Sussex afternoon in 20, 30, 40 years? Or will these words part ways with me right here? I see sacrifice in every poppy, the sweat of our sobered state watering seeds of hope, a nation trudging through turmoil together. And that's why we remember, today as much as ever.
To those left behind. Women all worn out with worry, barely holding on to hope but holding on. Children whose golden years have been ground down for global politics, and shrunken men and women, hands all fissures and gnarls and sparrow-like fragility. All powerless, but together, united in this kingdom. She knows war never changes. War never changes. But this one's great. This one's the last. To end them all, it's been so bad. She knows she'll find no shelter in the shell holes, but he'll be back. Yeah, he'll be back. They say, the kids will live in this brave new world, they say. They say, worry not. But she can't not worry when the worry starts. She gets the telegram. It all falls apart. It's October 1918. The frozen grass holds the morning mist over a sky so clear it cuts, and she can see him. Yeah, she can see him. Dreamlike, standing at her open door, vivid in the light. Contrast enhanced and smiling that incredible smile. He'd be perfect forever there, where the day spills its watercolour into the dusk, no different to when she'd waved him off. And his hair, a slow wave she could sink into. She'd have got lost in his hair if she could, arms outstretched, spinning like a playground pup, all glee. She loved wild things wildly and soft things softly, and loved being all lazy in his soft safety. She imagines dancing with him at the front, or her image of it from illustrations, all quagmires and blackened stumps, stark in dystopian monochrome, and breathing as one with him, one last. How did he die? Did they pull him from the rubble, powdered grey, ghost-like and crying? Surrounded by pieces of people, did he die like a gladiator learned to die to save face, sat up, as though a weary traveller resting a moment, a scarlet shock leaping from his sepia chest? Did he have a good death? Is there a good death? She'll never know. And it's the not knowing that hurts the worst. She sees his empty hearse. No. There is no glory in death. But is there glory in life from death? Her wet eyes bring her back into her skin. Her anger stings within, she feels wronged, but she knows bloodthirsty people should bite their tongues, and it's been a few months now that he's been gone, and the bevel-tipped bad news stings less now, slightly, so she absorbs her disorder somehow nightly, and whenever she passes those signs saying, "Dad's on the front line, what are you doing for those you left behind?" she knows she's doing him proud. It's October 1918 now, and the morning's crisp. She pulls her coat in tight, breathes more mist into being, squinting at the sun, barely seeing. The day's just begun, so she knows the cold, soft focus of the fog we burnt away. Eventually, and all will be warm and nothing else will hurt, and at the factory there'll be moments she'll forget he's gone. She knows war never changes. But at least this is the last one. At least this is the last one.
When it was first announced, and my Facebook feed was all World War III and global poverty, people were scared, sure, but it didn't seem real. I didn't know how to feel. I felt blind to this stuff. I'd seen all the red lights and read right through the history books, and all the time it took seemed like sneaking up on all of us. You're in bed one day, and next you're on a plane. You're on a plane one day and never coming back again. It's not the same this time. There are no boots on the ground. Gradual advances is a practice of the past, and everybody believes that their violence never lasts. But we are in a war state, a state of mind we thought we'd left behind, and now the economy is thriving. Our men and women aren't surviving, but we're balancing the books with all the lives we've took and all the ground we've shook. And now for a moment we can rest. Automatic weapons slung across the chest, bodily organs protected by a vest, and we can ask ourselves once more, what is it that we're fighting for? For oil? For gas? To get our country back? See, we haven't learned a lesson from the great wars that went before. We say we fight for peace, but we can't get it without war. And Mother Nature's just a parent that doesn't want us anymore. We're trying to make connections, but closing every door. The internet was supposed to bring us all together, but really it just helps us hate each other better. And now we can split schools and take lives and leave people without wives and leave kids without dads and kill children with iPads. We are separated from humanity. We can kill one another casually. We've lost count of all the casualties. It doesn't matter who's attacking me. It's not the color or the creed or the political persuasion. We celebrate the times we've evaded an invasion, and we've severed family ties on more than one occasion, but it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real. I'm so detached from this everyday violent images and killing kids from the safety of a drone. I can kill a terrorist with a button on my phone, and it doesn't feel real. World War III isn't trenches, it isn't tactics, it isn't barbed wire fences, it isn't no man's land, it isn't hand to hand, it isn't man on man, and it doesn't feel real. Because we are so consistently removed from the actual act of violence. We don't hear each other scream, we just see the flames burning in silence. And we just use the tools that the government provides us. We don't let fear or guilt ever get inside us. World War III will be the end of me, and there will be nobody left to wear a poppy or carve my name into the rocks. World War III will make the earth the sea, and there will be nobody left to ask why we didn't stop.